Apprentice jockey Mia Nicholls is one of the many rising stars of the weighing room. Granddaughter of Dandy Nicholls, daughter of trainer Adrian Nicholls, and today she's let us into her life ahead of her ride on Hurt You Never here at Doncaster. So Mia Nicholls, 20-year-old apprentice jockey, inviting us into a day of your life. Thank you so much for doing so. We're here at your dad's yard. Thanks for inviting us down.
Yeah, no worries. We're here at the ranch. Hopefully we'll have a good look around, see a few of the horses that are running over the next few days, and yeah, get to know the place a bit.
Absolutely, yeah. We're going to spend the day with Mia from start to finish, and we'll start off with the start of the day, Mia, before we get into your career so far. But we've come here in the morning. How does it start for you? When were you up here? When do you start riding? When do you start working in the mornings?
Yeah, so I'm obviously based with Eve, so I come up here yesterday and then I've come in about 8 and I've ridden 2 lots for you guys to see up the gallop, and then I'd normally look out and stuff, but today I'm going to head over to Jackberry and do a bit in the gym, and yeah, then go racing.
Absolutely, looking forward to that. And we've got a big ride coming up this evening, Hurt You Never. We'll talk about her in a minute, we'll go see her, but looking forward to that.
Yeah, no, Dave is a star, so hopefully she gets a good run this afternoon.
And just quickly, we'll talk about your career so far. 27 winners to date since becoming an apprentice a couple of years back. I mean, how did it all start? What got you into racing, wanting to become an apprentice jockey?
Yeah, so my granddad's yard is just based like over there, 2 minutes down the road, and I was in there when he was still around, feeding, just getting up on the horses, and then obviously my dad and my mum were both jockeys, so that I kind of followed in their footsteps, and I went down the pony racing route, and I did it on my Scooby, who lives out in the field now, and then I was lucky enough to go over to Abu Dhabi actually, and I did the first ever pony race over there. And yeah, I won that, and then from there I was like, this is it, this is what I want to do. So I stopped the gymnastics and I just focused everything onto the racing. And then when I started off, I was lucky enough to be with Eve, and she gave me Bassinet, who got me my first win. And then my dad has obviously been very supportive to me, and he's backed me the whole way, so yeah, I've been very fortunate. We've been having a good chat with your dad this morning, and we've already noticed the competitive edge between the both of you. Has that always been the case since you've been young? Yeah, always. Like when we ride work, we do it as a bit of a race and see who can win and stuff.
We could tell when we were on the gallops, that was brilliant.
Yeah, I think that's another factor why I moved away as well, because sometimes we do clash a bit, like I'm right, and I'd be like, no, I'm right. So it was kind of one of the factors why I did move away, and just to get to a bigger yard as well, because obviously you can see it's not massive, but he has got some good horses too. Absolutely,
and we'll talk about some of your dad's horses in a minute, but you've mentioned Bassinet already, your first winner for Eve, and the Eden Racing Club, who have been really supportive to you as well. I mean, Bassinet's been great, but you've also had Uncle Dick, who I'm a massive fan of, who's become a bit of a Brighton legend. I'm from down south, and I've seen Uncle Dick run there plenty of times, but you've ridden him to win this year.
Yeah, no, Uncle Dick is the Brighton superstar, as we call him. Yeah, no, Bassinet, to be fair, Eden Racing Club have been very good to me, and Eve's other apprentice, Ollie, who won on Uncle Dick this year as well, so I can't thank them enough. But yeah, Bassinet was my first winner, so he's got to be one to go down in the history books for me. This is my winner's yard.
Yeah, so these are all of the top horses for your dad in here, yeah?
Yeah. This is the power couple, Hurt You Never, aka Dave.
Yeah.
T-Spirit, aka Bongo. This is an exile, well, he's out in the field now, but he lives there. Sahek, aka Perry, who did just retire last week, so he is now finished, but he was my first winner for my dad.
Ah, lovely.
So, and then down here we have Abate, aka the Champ.
Yeah, and Abate, a horse that you've fallen in love with plenty of these horses, but you've got a great association with Abate.
Yeah, we were third last time out. We ran a great race. I thought the ground might be against us a little bit, but he kept digging, and he goes again this weekend to Donny as well, so hopefully he's just been struggling to get his head in front this year, because he won 4 times last year, so his rating went up a bit, so we're just trying to get him back to his winning ways this year. That's a mic, you can't eat that.
And I mean, looking at the rest of the horses, I really want to go and see T-Spirit. Can we go over and see T's?
Come over and see the legend.
T-Spirit, obviously at the start of the season, Newmarket's big meeting at the start of the season, you won on this horse in a 5 furlong competitive handicap. And you've had a couple of wins on this horse so far this season.
Yeah, he is a legend. My first ride I had on him was at Haydock, where he was second, and that's where our partnership started really, and then yeah, like you said, he won at Newmarket and we just blazed from the front.
Yeah.
And he just kept going. I think we kind of swept everyone off their feet with his speed.
Yeah.
And I've been very lucky with him. He took me to Deauville.
Yeah, I was going to
well.
mention that, Deauville. I mean, the opportunity to ride there, beautiful riding in France, and Deauville's such a beautiful track to ride at. And it turns out you ended up beating by the Nunthorpe winner in Bradsell.
Yeah, no, it was I was very lucky to get to go out on him, and the owners for letting me keep the ride on him. It's very different racing over there, a lot quieter, very chill, which probably benefited him because sometimes he gets a little bit wound up, and we have had an incident at Windsor before where we did go a bit quick to the start, didn't we? And you didn't run.
I hurt you never. This is the horse that you'll be riding later this afternoon in the 5:55 at Doncaster. 3 wins so far this year for this horse. This has been an absolute star. She's been a star.
Yeah, she has been an absolute star since I started riding, to be fair. She's had so many career wins for me and my brother. She started off at a rating of around 48 now, so she's actually doing really well for herself. She's come up and she's just 2 marks above her last winning rate. So hopefully, I'm hoping this afternoon she can do it again for the ranch.
Absolutely, yeah. A big price in the field, but looking at this horse's form, going from the front, could cause a bit of an upset.
Yeah, she could. She could blaze from the front and keep going. She's very tough. She'll keep digging to the very end. Whether she runs over 5 or 6, she doesn't give in. So hopefully, fingers crossed, she can stick her nose out and do it.
Absolutely. Now, this is always a question I ask when going to yards. Is there a yard favourite for you, or is it difficult to pick between these?
It's difficult to pick between all these. Oh God, Perry is one of my all-time favourites because he was my first winner for my dad, and he is just like the biggest legend going. I rode him for the first time. He had a month off, and I rode him for the first time the other day. Didn't even bat an eyelid, just lob round. And then I think T-Spirit is just going to have to be up there, just purely because he's brought me to Deauville, big meetings and everything, all round ledge.
So, with regards to your career, Eve Johnson Horton, so good to have
Yeah.
the partnership with Eve, such a great trainer. How did that all come about?
So I was in Ireland for 2 years. I did the college over there in race, and then I come back and my dad knows her. She used to drive him racing and stuff, I think. So he kind of got in contact with her and said that I wanted to be Apprentice, and he thought she would be the best place for me to go. So I went down and I did a trial week, and to be fair, I got quite homesick. I don't even know why, because I'd been away for so long anyway. I just thought I just want to be home. And then my mum and the lads up here were like, no, you just need to stick it out and you'll be fine. So I stayed, and yeah, I've not come back. I've been there for about 2 years now.
In terms of, what goes on with Eve and the future with Eve, what can you see coming out of this? Do you want to ride out your claim, obviously, and then just, take a step forward and make it as a full-fledged jockey?
Yeah, that's the plan. I think hopefully I'll ride out my claim in a few years, stay in Eve's because she's got some very nice horses.
She has.
I was lucky enough to ride Accidental Agent, and I ride him out every day. So hopefully, I get another spin on him and I ride out my claim for her and just tip away and see what comes of the future. Yeah,
2018 Queen Anne winner, Accidental Agent. What's he like to ride?
Oh, he is a bit of a monkey now. He's got a nickname, but I won't say that because he probably won't be allowed.
He still shows that ability though. He still shows he's got a bit there.
No, definitely. He had a run this year and he showed quite a lot of promise at Newbury. Sandown just didn't go our way, but he's back at home. He's in full swing. I rode him out yesterday and he's feeling fresh and well, so hopefully I think he's got it in him.
Yeah, I think a lot of our viewers will be wanting a win out of Accidental Agent. It'd be great to see at the end of the season. So it's great to meet all the horses, and we're going to head off to the gym now, I believe. You might put me through a few paces, but we'll head off to Jackberry House, which will be exciting, so we'll head off there and we'll see what it's like.
Yeah.
What's she like as a person when she comes back and rides?
Yeah, it's good to get her back home when I can. She doesn't get to come up as much now because thankfully she's getting quite busy riding, but she's good to have around the place. She's a great asset to the yard, but just as she's a very bubbly kid, and she's a pleasure to have around. She helps me out a bit.
She's very hard working. I have to say that, even though I don't want to say it, but she is. Probably has a touch of OCD. Everything has to be meticulous. I think that's going to come across in her riding when she is, because she works so hard to perfect everything. probably too much of a perfectionist because it doesn't always work, does it? But she is. She's a good girl. She works hard and deserves a lot of success.
You know, it's not an easy game. I know firsthand. Her granddad would be very proud of her. You know, she's done very well to get where she is in a relatively short period of time. Obviously, she's got to keep progressing, and what she is doing, she works very hard. That's what I think will stand her in good stead going forward. She's got a very good work ethic. She like you'll see, she likes the gym. She doesn't mind work. I mean, it's all changed now. The matrix of kind of the weighing room. It's more fitness and everything from when I was riding. But no, as a father, I'm very proud, and you know, and I wouldn't just put her up on horses just because I'm her dad. I think she brings. You know, she's very good value for a claim. Obviously last year that was snapped up pretty quickly, and yeah, she's continuing to do well.
Yeah, extremely proud of her, to be fair, because she has worked very hard at it. She does criticise herself an awful lot, but it does work because then she reaps the rewards when she works hard. You can see that if you tell her something that she's done negatively, she progresses and she fixes it, which is a big thing that jockeys need to do, and we're proud of her, very proud of her.
So off to Jackberry House, Mia, to the gym. A lot of driving involved as a jockey. It's well known that you're travelling up and down the country, different places. What is driving around the country like as a jockey? Is it stressful? Do you enjoy it?
I quite enjoy it, to be fair. I try and share lifts. So me and Rose Dawes, we share lifts quite a lot. And then I just put the music on, a bit of carpool karaoke with my microphones, and I'm in my zone then, and then I'm away.
Right, so on the way to the race, it sounds like music over podcast. What's on the playlist? What kind of stuff?
Yeah, well, it depends what mood I'm in. Most of I like country. I go to country.
I love country music.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
I went to America and I got obsessed with country. And then if I'm feeling a bit down, I'll go for a bit of Adele. Love a good sing to Adele. Or just if it's Friday or Saturday, I try and go for the more upbeat dance songs because it's the weekend.
Okay, so there's obviously some long drives involved. I mean, last night you travelled up from Lambourne all the way up here to your dad's in Thirsk.
Yeah.
That's a long drive, a lot of music, a lot of singing going on.
Yeah, that took me, I think, 3 hours 40. Right. So I went through every type of song. But it's when I'm sat in traffic and I've got my microphone and I'm proper giving it socks, and then the car next to me is just what's going on? What is she doing?
Is it tiring though as a jockey, the driving, or have you just got used to it now?
Yeah, I'm kind of used to it now. When I was first doing my trips up north and back down, I would get tired, and then by the end of the week, if you've done a few meetings that are all over, I'd be oh, I'm knackered now. But I'm kind of used to it because obviously my dad trains up north and Eve's down south, so I am kind of all around the country all the time.
Are there any favourite racecourses to travel to? Do you enjoy going to certain places in the country?
I do like coming up north. I do like coming up to York and the likes of Donny because they're quite nice meetings. And then down south, Sandown would be quite a drive for me. And I do like Chelmsford.
Okay, yeah, well you rode Bassinet, the first winner. Yeah,
I do like Chelmsford. But to be fair, sometimes the drives do drag a little bit and you think, God, I've been on the road for hours here. Yeah. But sometimes you just go and you're oh, I'm here already.
Yeah, and Deauville we've already mentioned. How did travelling to Deauville go? How did that happen? Where were you, on a ferry or?
Yeah, so I actually went on a private plane with Holly Doyle.
Wow, how was that?
Yeah, it was great. I felt like a right superstar.
Did you?
Yeah, I was telling everyone, I'm going on a private plane.
I feel that's the kind of thing that might make your dad jealous.
Yeah, I was sending him pictures and I rang him, I was look at this is quite nice, isn't it? So to be fair, Holly organised all that and she was very good for letting me go with her on it. And yeah, I think the flight took an hour there, and then we flew into Deauville and we were 15 minutes from the track, so it was all very easy enough.
So Holly Doyle, travelling on a private jet with her, are there any best friends for you or close friends in the weighing room that you travel with and get along with well at the races?
Yeah, so the girls near me would be Rose Dawes, who's with Jack Shannon, and Olivia Tubb, who's with Johnny Portman. We do quite a lot of travelling together. We try and switch, so if I drove one time, they drive the next. Or Anna Gibson, and I'm quite good mates with her. To be fair, all the girls in the weighing room, they're all really good crack. Like, we always have a laugh and we all get on.
I guess it helps you as well, keeps you relaxed, and having that relationship with the girls in the weighing room is quite nice.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's nice to have someone to chat to about things in racing and outside of racing. Like, if I ever needed any of them, I know I could just ring or even go around and see them, and they'd listen to me waffle on.
Right, we're here at Jackberry House. An excellent facility from the Injured Jockeys Fund, this.
Yeah.
Tell me a bit about this and how you've used this in the past.
Yeah, so I've been in here for rehabilitation. I did get a fall a few years ago, and these put me back onto my feet and got me riding within no time. So yeah, but I thought I'd bring you here and put you through your paces in the gym.
Absolutely, looking forward to this. Mia, we've just come out of the gym. Danny's put you through your paces and me a little bit. God, it was tiring work just watching you, let alone getting involved with it all. Going around this gym and these facilities here at Jackberry House, we mentioned outside how important it is for jockeys, but after seeing it all, it's incredible.
Yeah, no, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that I think sometimes people don't understand. Like, I try and get to the gym every day just to keep the fitness up, even if I'm not riding. And there was a few endurance bits in there that's good for, like we said, if you have a few rides on the day, just to keep the fitness going. And then we did the test plates to make sure I wasn't fatiguing. What
was great was seeing how jockey specific everything was in there. It was all based on your rides and trying to work on your core and getting into those jockey positions, and that's what Danny's so great at, I guess. And coming to these gyms, they know what is needed from a jockey.
Yeah, no, definitely, because sometimes you could go to your regular gym, but it's not really specific to what we do, whereas in there you could see it was all kind of adapted to how we ride, the positions we get in, the muscles that we tend to be using on a regular basis.
And watching some of the activities in there, I know this already from looking you up previously, but gymnastics is obviously something you've done when you were young, but you certainly look like a bit of a gymnast. There are rumours that you could have been quite a high level in gymnastics, is that right?
Yeah, I think if I chose gymnastics, I was going like elite, and then I stopped it to do this. So I do like to kind of incorporate it into some of my gym work just to make it a bit fun and keep me interacted.
In terms of your jockey coach, though, George Baker, an excellent jockey, but also a brilliant jockey coach, he's been so great to you in showing you how to ride, and I'm guessing you give him calls regularly and discuss how you can improve on riding.
Yeah, no, definitely. I call George like nearly every day, before every ride and after every ride, and we go through and we look at it and we pick the good bits out that we think has worked well, and then bits that I need to go back and work on with him. So I go into him once a week and we get on the simulator and he goes through it and we just work on them bits that maybe weren't so great in the previous week. Joe here at Jackberry House has just taken us on a tour of this fantastic venue. We've mentioned it already when we were in the Equisizer room, but the Injured Jockeys Fund, so great that the funding's there to provide all this. And we've seen you as we've gone around, seen the ice bath, and we've seen you got in the ice bath. How was that? Yeah, that was my first time actually getting in one. I got, like, when you get in, I didn't, like, my whole body just felt like it just went into shock. Like, I tried to talk, but the words weren't coming out. But no, it was actually alright. I think if I kept doing it on a regular basis, my body would adapt, and I do think there is benefits to it. And they've just added in kind of like a playground climbing frame feature. Yeah. We had a little go looking at that, and you're climbing the ropes and trying to get on that balance beam. Like I say, they keep the Injured Jockeys Fund keep funding this and providing more facilities for jockeys to improve and obviously deal with rehabilitation and stuff like that. So fantastic. Yeah, no, I do think it's a great asset to have. Like the gym, obviously, there was lads doing rehabilitation in there. They've got the hydro pool. Gets us back going, and yeah, I think lads stay over there as well if they need, and it's all just great, really. Absolutely, yeah, we saw all of that, and I think now we're getting well on in the day, so we should get off to the races, head to Doncaster, and we'll have a look around there. Yeah, perfect. We've arrived here at Doncaster Racecourse, Mia. We didn't actually travel with you from the gym here to the racecourse. What was the journey like? Are you thinking about the ride, or are you just relaxing, listening to music? What's been going on? Yeah, no, so on the way I'd bring George Baker, my jockey coach, and we'd go through the race and we'd have a look where the pace is drawn. So for Hurt You Never, there's pace throughout, drawn high, low, and obviously I will be paced as well. So and then it's just figuring out where we're going to place ourselves in the race and just talk through the race stage by stage, really.
Perfect. And as we come out on the course, how often would you take a walk the course? Who would you be walking the course with? What would be going on now?
Yeah, so I try and walk the course every time, unless it's all weather, then that's a bit different. But I'd come out with my dad and George Baker or whichever jockey coach was present at the meeting, and we just go through. And here's pretty flat, you can see, but if there's any undulations or anything, we'd go through that and then see where they raced yesterday and where's the best ground today for us to go.
Hurt You Never then, Mia. We're here at the winning post. This is where we want to see Hurt You Never cross first, hopefully later this afternoon. Do you ever get nervous for a ride like this, especially at a big meeting like the St Leger Festival?
Yeah, no, for these bigger meetings now I'd probably be a bit more on edge than I would a normal meeting, but she's very chill, she's very good, so hopefully, fingers crossed, the nerves don't get to her.
And like we say, 3 wins so far this season on her, and I think, look, at a big price, she's going to run a massive race.
Yeah, no, definitely, like the first win of the year, she was 33 to 1, so she has done it at a big price, and I think hopefully the ground will suit and she'll get her nose in front today. I'm
really excited to join you in the parade ring alongside your dad later on. When it comes to that in the parade ring, who makes the decisions? Is it a difficult discussion or...?
Yeah, no, we kind of, because obviously we've had this partnership with Hurt You Never for a while now, we kind of know how she's raced, but it's good to see if he has any other ideas. But I think today we'll just keep it the same, nice and smooth, down, steady, back fast, hopefully. Brilliant, yeah, we're really hoping so. What we're going to do is we're going to head off to the weighing room, find out a bit about the facilities here at Doncaster, and then we'll get onto the ride. The weighing room then, Mia, so important for a jockey to have facilities like we have at Doncaster here, and we had a feature with Hayley Turner a couple of years ago talking about how brilliant the facilities have become for lady riders as well as the male riders. What is it like here at Doncaster and how great is it to have these facilities? Yeah, no, I think it's a great asset to have. I think the girls' weighing rooms have got better as the years have gone on. I know a few race tracks recently have just redone them. I know Southall have redone theirs, and I think it's a much bigger space now. Some of them are still probably slightly a bit too small for the amount of girls that are coming through, but I do think it's a great asset for them to be, the girls have their own space as the lads. Absolutely, and they'll put on food and stuff here for you at the race course. I mean, would you often eat when you come racing, or would all of your food be done in the morning? What is for a jockey, what would you be eating from breakfast through to, I call it lunch, I got in trouble earlier today for saying lunch, but you call it dinner and then tea. How does that all work? What would you eat on a traditional day? Yeah, no, to be fair, they've got a very good selection of food in there, from hot to cold food. To be fair, I just normally snack on like chicken nuggets when I'm here. I don't really have that much of an appetite. But normally they've got like noodles, stir-fry, vegetarian options. They're very good, they cater for everyone. Excellent, so. And you'll be joined here by plenty of lady riders, especially during the St Leger Festival. There'll be plenty of riders here. And we've talked about who your best friends are in the weighing room, but so great for lady riders this year. We had Hayley Turner, she's hit 1,000 British winners. Holly Dawes recently had 1,000 winners in her career. Safi Osborne successful in the Racing League, and the girls winning the Shergar Cup. Who is your inspiration in racing? Yeah, no, definitely growing up it's always kind of been Holly. I've kind of aspired to be like her, like you see her videos in the gym and stuff, and she's very strong overall, and her riding's obviously phenomenal as well, just reaching that 1,000 mark winner there the other day. But they're all very helpful. If I had any questions or anything about the track or the day I was riding, I'd always speak to them and they'd always tell me. Ah, brilliant. And is there any goals for yourself in racing? Have you got anything in your head that you'd like to do, maybe not this year but maybe next year? Is there anything that you strive to do? I think maybe having a group winner. Group 3, any group race to win would be probably my next goal. Well, fingers crossed. Yeah, we'll be hoping for that. And we're going to let you go now. We're going to let you get ready for the ride on Hurt You Never. Wish you the best of luck. We're going to follow you out onto the course, and we're also going to have a little chat with yourself and Dad when we get into the parade ring. But wish you the best of luck. Thank you.
Be positive on it, just ride as you normally do.
Yeah, you're right in the middle.
Yeah. I think we
drawn 7.
Hopefully we don't have anyone chasing us to the start today.
Wow.
Even a thought in that.
She was keen last time.
Oh yeah, because you go down the chute, don't you, at York?
When we went down the chute, someone like sat on their girths and she thought that was race time. I was like, no, Dave. I was like, not yet. Please wait.
Oh, you got Holly still.
Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers, Mia.
Asla? Hi mate, you alright? You okay? Gonna go now. Down steady, back fast. I'm always nervous when she's going out to race. More for her, not for the outcome of the race. But yeah, what'll be, won't it now?
Yeah, they just jumped a bit quicker than me.
Yeah.
Got a little bit off the feet, but she travelled today.
Ladies and gentlemen, a huge congratulations to the
Yeah,
Again, didn't want to stop across the line.
She just needs to come down and back down, like just that. Well, lesser runners, I think as well. Like she's had it up against it, like big fields. Yeah. It's hard to do her own thing when in the bigger fields.
But today she felt more with it. Like last time she didn't really.
Yeah.
They just jumped better.
Yeah.
Took her a bit off her feet, that was all.
No, she'll be getting back down to a winning mark now.
She was laughing the whole way around at the start, like the whole jump.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether. And then even when she wanted to run, because they've already formed a line,
Yeah.
I was trying to get her through gaps, but then they were just closing again.
Yeah. No, she'll get down to back down now to a mark.
But now,
So I'll come and get the others. So I'll come in and get them. Yeah.